By the time a man reaches 40 years old, the odds are already against him. Nearly 40% of men in this age group are living with testosterone levels lower than what's considered healthy. And the problem only grows worse with time. By the age of 80, almost half of all men have clinically low testosterone. Now you might think, so what? That's just part of aging. But here's the wake-up call. Low testosterone isn't just about lower energy or less muscle. It's about serious health risks. Men with low testosterone are more likely to develop heart disease, diabetes, osteoporosis, and even face an increased risk of early death. The symptoms creep in quietly. You feel more tired than you used to. Your workouts don't deliver the same results. You gain belly fat faster, and it's harder to lose. Your focus drifts, and brain fog makes daily tasks frustrating. These are red flags, not just the signs of getting older. But here's the good news. Testosterone levels are not set in stone. With the right lifestyle choices, you can protect, preserve, and even boost your testosterone naturally. And that's exactly what this video is about. Together, we'll look at the 10 biggest testosterone killers that quietly rob you of strength and vitality, and what you can do to avoid them. Everywhere you look, processed foods are waiting to tempt you. Cookies, chips, sodas, frozen meals, fast food. They're cheap, tasty, and engineered to be hyper-palatable, meaning you eat more than you need without even realizing it. But here's the truth. Processed foods are loaded with refined sugars, processed grains, and trans fats. These ingredients spike your blood sugar, drive weight gain, and damage your metabolism. Over time, that toxic cycle lowers your testosterone. Studies show that men who regularly eat processed diets have consistently lower testosterone levels than those who focus on whole foods. Why? Because poor diet leads to inflammation and excess fat, two of the strongest enemies of healthy hormone production. The solution isn't to be perfect, it's to be intentional. Next time you're hungry, skip the bag of chips and grab something that fuels your body instead. Lean protein, like chicken or fish. Greek yogurt or cottage cheese for lasting energy. Nuts, seeds, fruits, and vegetables to protect your metabolism. Every time you swap processed junk for real food, you're not just eating healthier, you're directly protecting your testosterone. Let's move to the second big killer, carrying extra weight. Belly fat isn't just something you see in the mirror, it's a hormone disruptor living under your skin. Here's how it works. Fat tissue, especially belly fat, produces an enzyme called aromatase, which actually converts testosterone into estrogen. The more fat you carry, the more testosterone you lose. That's why overweight men often feel sluggish, gain fat around the chest and stomach, and struggle to build muscle. It gets worse with metabolic syndrome, a cluster of problems like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, and obesity. Men with metabolic syndrome almost always have lower testosterone, and the condition itself increases risk for heart attack and diabetes. But the hopeful news is this. Losing just 10% of body weight can raise testosterone by an average of 85 points. For many men, that's the difference between feeling exhausted and feeling alive again. So, protecting your testosterone means protecting your waistline. Each pound you drop doesn't just make you leaner. It helps restore the hormone balance your body depends on. Now, let's talk about something most men underestimate. Sleep. Your body produces the majority of testosterone while you're asleep. So if you cut your sleep short, you're cutting your hormone supply short as well. Research is crystal clear. Every lost hour of sleep drops testosterone by about 6 points. In one study, healthy men who went from 8 hours down to just 5 hours saw their testosterone plummet by 15% in a single week. That's like aging 10 years in less than 7 days. But it's not just about the hours. Sleep quality matters. Late night scrolling, irregular schedules, and too much caffeine block the deep sleep cycles your hormones depend on. And then there's a hidden danger: sleep apnea. This condition causes your airway to collapse during the night, leading to snoring, gasping, and poor sleep. Men with untreated sleep apnea often have dangerously low testosterone. But treatment makes a huge difference. In one study, men who started using CPAP machines raised their testosterone by more than 200 points. So the fix is simple but vital. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of consistent, high-quality sleep. Stick to a schedule, reduce blue light at night, and if you snore heavily, get checked for sleep apnea. Sleep isn't just rest. It's your nightly hormone recharge. Exercise is one of the best natural boosters of testosterone, but only if you do it the right way. On one side, too much endurance cardio, hours of long-distance running or cycling, raises cortisol, the stress hormone, and cortisol directly suppresses testosterone. Endurance training is great for the heart, but when overdone, it can backfire on your hormones. On the other side, lifting weights that are too light won't do much either. A few curls with baby weights won't send the signal your body needs to ramp up testosterone. The real key is intensity and big muscles. Focus on compound lifts like squats, deadlifts, bench press, and pull-ups. These engage multiple large muscle groups at once, creating a powerful hormonal response. Pair that with HIIT workouts for short bursts of cardio, and you'll hit the sweet spot for testosterone growth. So remember, the goal isn't endless hours at the gym. It's smarter training, heavy, compound, intense. That's what tells your body to produce more testosterone. Stress doesn't just affect your mind, it wrecks your hormones. When cortisol stays high day after day, your body shuts down testosterone production. The effect is measurable. In one study, young male doctors working long, stressful shifts had testosterone levels more than 250 points lower than their co-workers. Chronic stress literally robs your body of masculinity. And then there's the environment. Hidden in plastics and packaging are endocrine disruptors like BPA, chemicals that mimic estrogen and confuse your hormones. Research shows boys and men with higher BPA exposure have consistently lower testosterone. The fix? Start small but consistent. Reduce daily stress with walking, deep breathing, or meditation. Use glass or stainless steel containers. Never microwave food in plastic. Look for products labeled BPA-free. These simple steps lower stress and chemical exposure, giving your testosterone a fighting chance. For decades, men were told, cut fat to get healthy. But here's the reality. Testosterone is built from fat and cholesterol. Without them, your body simply cannot make hormones. Extreme low-fat diets actually lower testosterone. Men who go too low with fat intake often feel fatigued, lose muscle, and see libido drop. The solution is not more junk food, it's the right fats. The Mediterranean diet is the best example. Olive oil, nuts, and seeds. Fatty fish like salmon, eggs, and poultry. These foods provide the building blocks for testosterone while also supporting heart and brain health. So don't fear fat. Embrace healthy fats as essential allies. Cutting them out will only weaken you. Here's the big picture. Low testosterone doesn't come from bad luck. It comes from daily habits. What you eat, how you sleep, how you train, how you handle stress, and even what products you use. The great news? Every one of these habits can be changed. Eat whole foods instead of processed junk. Lose weight to protect your hormones. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of deep sleep. Train smart with heavy compound lifts and HIIT. Lower stress and avoid toxins like BPA. Embrace healthy fats to fuel testosterone. Make these changes, and you won't just raise testosterone. You'll protect your heart, brain, bones, and energy for decades to come. So here's the question. What will you change today? If you found this helpful, share it with a friend who needs the wake-up call. And don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed strategies to stay strong and healthy. Because at the end of the day, your health, your strength, and your future are worth it.